away from Thomasville's 37th annual Victorian Christmas kicking off once again. That event will bring in more than 30,000 visitors, 70 attractions and vendors being in Thomasville for all the folks to see.
Well, WALB News 10's Lena Allen and Alicia Lewis are back live together, all decked out in their Victorian attire. Ladies, you covered the event last year together as well. And how does it feel to be back there witnessing all the fun again?
That's right, Carla and Jim. We are back yet again, and it still feels like a Hallmark movie moment. How do you feel, Lena? We're all in our Victorian Christmas outfits. How do you feel?
I feel great. I love getting dressed up and just being out here and looking different. I mean, it's just so fun.
It is.
What are you most to see this year?
I'm excited to see the reindeer and honestly the outfits, of course.
Of course, got to see all the different outfits. But Victorian Christmas is so much more than the family fun and just the outfits that you see every year.
Yeah.
To give you some background on it here in a minute, the era happened here in Thomasville roughly from 1875 to 1900. I did sit down and speak to a Thomasville Museum curator who told me a little bit more about the history here in Thomasville.
I guess you could say walking history, literally, with this event.
Absolutely. And it's the first one I went to, which at this point's probably pushing 20 years ago, was amazing, you know.
Ephraim Rotter with the Thomasville Museum says the story the small city of Thomasville tells through its architect and many traditions is centered around the late Victorian era.
Within the history community here, we refer to as the resort era. But also matches up with the late Victorian era. And this is when Thomasville was a incredibly popular winter resort. And being a winter resort, we had people from not just all over the country, but really all over the world coming to Thomasville.
And that history has been embraced by so many residents, including Deborah Smith. She hosts the Taste of Thomasville food tour, which allows people to taste the many foods of Thomasville while they learn about Victorian history.
Well, we just want to make sure that people understand how important the Victorian era was to Thomasville and how important those years between 1870 and 1900. This is when the Thomasville became that thriving historical town.
And that history is something that will be shared with the many generations to come.
It really gives a sense that you are participating in a different time, different event in which you're almost going through time. And so it's really fantastic.
And it really is fantastic to see. Again, this event kicks off at 6 p.m. and goes through 9 p.m. Alicia, we're starting to smell the food.
I smell the food. I hear the music is starting to play. I'm excited to have some fun tonight, Lena. All right, what about you?
I'm pretty excited as well. Again, like you said, the reindeers. I'm going to go pet a reindeer.
That's right.
If I leave here tonight, I have to go pet a reindeer.
Yeah, and then on WALB News 10 at 6, I'll be sharing reaction from people that I've actually met. Someone told me that they drove 2 hours away to come here. So this is a pretty big event, if I must say so myself. So you guys, back to the studio with you guys.